Welcome back, friends and fellow adventurers. This is Dirt Road Diaries with me, Lisa. This may not be the lost city of Atlantis, but I do believe I found the perfect gazebo solution. If you watched my last video, Shakedown at Lakepoint, you could see I was pretty frustrated with the gazebo I had and just how long it took to set it up and take down. So when I came home, I went online and did some research, and I found this, the VEVOR pop-up gazebo. I grabbed these stock photos from Amazon's website, and I'll also leave a link in the description for you to check it out. I intentionally did not edit this video so you could see just how easy and fast this is for one person to do by themselves. Minus the first time user technical difficulties, I would say this gazebo sets up and breaks down in less than 5 minutes. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, and you like what you see, hit the like button, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Alright, so today, I'm gonna try to get this gazebo put up. This is the VEVOR 12x12 pop-up camping gazebo screened tent. So this is the one where you pop out the sides and pop up the top, and voila, you have a gazebo. After my last camping trip where I had my full framed gazebo with me, and putting it up by myself was a bit of a challenge. I managed to get it done. It took me a while. It was a lot of work. I decided I wanted something a lot easier, more compact and portable. Now, the downside is this is, I think, closed up in the bag. Is probably a good 5.5 feet long. A little over, actually, I think it's over 6 foot long. But you don't have all the heavy-duty framework. It says it can be put up by one person, ideally 2, but one person can put it up in less than 5 minutes. So we're going to give it a go and see. It's a little windy out, but I don't think that's going to affect anything. So I've got it out of the bag, and I'm going to start putting it together, see what it takes. Alright, here's the VEVOR. The instructions aren't real clear on, is there a particular way to fold it or open it. It says, you know, it comes in this little bundle. Flip out this side, flip out that side, stand it up, pop it up, push it out. It's really 1, 2, 3 steps to popping this up. So let's see. From looking at it, it looks like it's inside out. So there's this little piece of material here that's, I guess, the ribbon that they tied around it to help keep it together. I'm assuming this is the center, but it is clearly inside out, which I did read in the reviews. Somebody said that after they started getting it together, realized it was inside out, they had to kind of resituate it. So I'm going to try to learn from their mistakes and see just what I need to do here. I see that we are going to be in a battle of how to get this to... Alright, so that looks like the center. Well, I'll be doggone if this thing didn't already try to set itself up. One side popped. Wind is blowing. Not working in my favor here. I was kind of worried about that, but... two sides. This is the doorway, so that's not going to pop up. Alright, see a third side here. Yep, can't pull it while you're standing on it. Alright, looks like we're getting a gazebo to come together here. Huh, this is almost too easy. I'm more concerned about the fact I'm short and trying to get in here and get this successfully popped up in the middle. May not be as hard as when it's time to... Yep, this is one of the things I read about. Kind of needing a second person to stand on it, because in pushing it up, it wants to go up. So let me grab a brick or two, see if I can substitute not having a person to hold it down while I push it up. Maybe that will make it so I can pop it up without pushing the whole tent up. Hopefully if I'm at camp, I'll be able to find something heavy enough to stand in as a means to hold this down while I push up on it. Well, alright, plan B, I need something to push up. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to use the stakes to hold it down temporarily. But so far I'm impressed how quickly this popped up. It's going to be interesting to see getting it down, but one step at a time. Let's see if we can find a way to secure this. I might have to go grab a hammer. So this might be what I need to do. And then find a means of pushing it up, because it's stout. So it definitely wants to hold its own against you. While you're pushing against it. I don't know if that's enough. I put 3 stakes in. We're going to try it again, see if we can get it popped up. It wants to go, but there it goes. One more. There it is. Wow. That's impressive. That was impressive. Now, I will tell you, one person could put this up. That took me, what, 2 or 3 minutes? Totally impressed. Although I do see kind of like a bounce house if it's not secured, a light breeze. But, yeah, that was pretty easy. Granted, I just have it haphazardly kind of pinned down, but it was enough to allow me to be able to push against it and not push up on it. But one of the things that I see is that in doing so, I kind of bound up the sides, because when it goes up, the sides kick out just a little bit more, which is fine. I'm extremely impressed. Extremely impressed. But then again, until you know the struggle, sometimes you can't appreciate the sweet victory. So yeah, that was quick. And I imagine now that I know what I need to do, this will be much quicker. Cool thing is, look at this. I think it's light enough. I mean, I could literally just one-handed maneuver it where I want it. And it's, you know, because of these flex rods in there, it really does make it so it's solid without being rigid. So you have the flexibility. At the moment, I'm just trying to turn it around to put the door towards the camera. But that was, I mean, that, what can I say? That spoke for itself. That was literally, the only thing that the camera didn't catch was when I pulled it out of the bag. Now, of course, there's the other side of this. What goes up must come down. So, I will take a minute to revel in the quick and easy setup that I just experienced, and I'm tickled pink. I mean, I am thrilled. And like I said, there's a little door structure here that'll hold that door open or up, or. But yeah, I'm gonna revel in this for a minute. And then know that I'm actually going to put the walls on. This was really just this was a test fit, if you will. And again, super simple. Super simple, super easy, quick, and it looks to be very durable. Even the material, as I'm pulling on it, feels like, you know, it's going to hold up. I mean, you know, you really have to use this thing, in my opinion, to cause it damage. At this point, I'm just straightening it out and pulling this little, I don't know what you want to call it, this little footer piece out from under it. A little skirt, maybe. And voila! The key is, and probably would be best to, once I get it situated, you know, as I'm trying to figure out how to pop the top, is to maybe just put stakes, particularly on one side. I really wasn't where I had put these stakes, so I may put one right here, and one back there. So when I did pop it up, it didn't have the room to really kick out like it needed to. But yeah, wow, super, super impressed. Alright, put those right there. going to go ahead and put these bricks back. I didn't need them. Well, they didn't prove to be effective. So I think that was step 1, step 2, step 3, and now we're on step 4. And we just got to put the little fiber poles in here. These are just as any regular tent poles. Just pop them together. They got a little rubber tip on one end. Well, actually on both ends. So I think they're just going to slide in here and clip to the door frame. Yep. So it looks like it'd probably have been easier. Let me do that. Probably easier to start at the bottom and then push it up through the top. I say that. Let me try a different route here. Yep, that's going to be the way to do it. So this is a pretty solid structure as far as, yeah, you know, dimensions. So what I see is that you need to actually keep it, you know, in its split form. Run it through this little loop here in the middle. Put the bottom piece in. And then, still not together, put the top piece in because you have more flex with that elastic. Then you push up. Well, I see that might be a little bit of an issue. Trying to keep it in that loop, so that may not be, I don't think that's going to work. So let's pull that out. Pull the top piece out. Let's get it out from that loop. We just got a tie strap right there, so let's go back to the way we were originally doing it. We're going to stick the bottom piece in. And then again, we're still got it in split mode. Put the top piece in, and then just line them up, pop them in place. And you have the little tie off right here to secure that rod. So that's going to be the way to do that. So that's going to hold the door structure on that side. And then I think I left, yeah, that other one's in there. Same thing on this side. Put the bottom rod in. put the top rod in, and then, I mean, by default they want to line up. Just pop them in place. Boom. Tie it off. And there it is. Okay, let's see about the zipper. So there's definitely some tension here. Alright, so let me pull the sides, and there we go. Alright, there it is. All zipped up. I do see where, for me, being 5'1", I am going to have to put some kind of pull strap on that center piece, because I can't reach it. And I can jump, but I can't jump that high. So I'll just put tie off a little string or something like that, and be able to have it to pull down. But there it is. Folks, I gotta tell you, I'm a tough critic by my own standards and even by design. This right here, definitely worth it. This is you watched me. There was nothing edited out of this video, and I'm probably just going to put this up there just like this, so that you can see. You know, I had to work through how this was going to work. One person. It does help, and it does pay to read the reviews, because you can learn a few things from other people's experiences. And that's why I knew that I had read a review and somebody said, you know, it was hard to pop up the center without somebody else holding the unit down, because as you're trying to push up on the center, it's acting like it just wants to pick up the gazebo. So, found a way to make it work. Drive a couple of stakes down. I think next time I'll just be pay more attention to where I'm putting the stakes, so that it does have room to expand out once the top goes up. So yeah, I'm impressed. Not worried about, like I said, putting the walls up. I think as it is, this is perfect little setup. I do believe that, excuse me, I do believe I bought the 12 by 12, but I do want to double check, because I'm kind of thinking it might be the 10 by 10. But either way, that's a lot of space. Comfortably. Alright, well, I give it 5 stars. Now, if there's a need to come back and adjust that because of durability or any other issues, but as far as the setup, it is everything it said it was going to be. One person, took me, 3 minutes. If you cut out trying to figure out how to keep it on the ground while I pop the center up, I give it a 5 star all day long. Viva la VEVOR! Alright, so went inside, got a step stool, and I have this extra lanyard thing. I'm going to clip it to the center. That way in the future I can reach it without the step stool. I will say, as breezy as it is outside, I can already tell you that there isn't the same amount of airflow through here, and I think that's because this is a solid top. Best as I can tell, there's no ventilation on the top. So real quick, before I do pull this down, I figured I'd go ahead and give you a walk around. As you can see, you know, it's really a solid build to be what it is. Again, tent material. You can see the Velcro tabs right here. And what I do like is that not only can you Velcro the wall to this, then this Velcros to the wall. And you see those tabs go all the way down. There aren't any on the bottom, so it does give a little bit of a ventilation there. But I really do like the quality of this, the build, and this screen is very, very fine. I don't know if you can even, no matter how close I zoom in with the camera, I don't think you can see, but I don't think anything's getting through that. But I'm actually going to pop you up here and you can see the top of it. I wish that little top piece was ventilated. I do think that would make a big difference. As I said, in walking in here, I can definitely tell there's a difference in air flow, and it's just slightly breezy outside, but very well built. You know, these are the little pockets that you're going to put these door frame rails in, and yeah, you can see that there's, you know, they put a good substantial amount of glue, and these are actually metal pop joints, I don't know what they would call them. I call them pop joints. You can see good construction, seam tape right there. I think all in all, this is definitely going to hold up for a while. I do see where up here the rail has kind of popped out. I got to fix that, and it just may have been in popping it up, but I got to just put that back in there. But alright, I do have a fly that's stuck in here, and he don't like it. But better find his way out, or he'll get packed up too. So alright, I'm going to set this back down over here and work on getting it situated so that I can easily bring it down by myself. I see about popping this rail back into this little Velcro to keep it in line with the seam of the oh, I see what happened. Not enough Velcro there to grab onto, but alright. I'm gonna hook this. Oops. Right here. And there it is. Now I got me my little quick pull strap. And when you're 5'1", you don't have to worry about it bumping into your head. So I just put that in there. I'll put this stool out here. And here I go. Let me pop these, untie these door frame rails. Ow. Alright, so now the question is, how do I get this out? It was easier to get in than it is to get out, obviously. Well, I see. So, what I'm figuring out here is it's just going to be easier to take the tension off of the rail, obviously, in order to stretch the rail out. Well, hold on a second, I'm having technical difficulties here. Let me pull this in. And this is not working as smoothly as I'd hoped. Because I really don't want to pull against it to pop it out. But it's got to be able to separate in the middle. And I'm running into a little bit of an issue getting the tension off of it in order to get it to flex. So yeah. And I'm assuming since it wasn't it didn't come put together. It's not meant to go be pulled apart with this still in place. But heck, the rails don't want to separate now. I cannot get it out enough to get them to separate, so we are experiencing a bit of a technical difficulty here. So I did end up just having to pull it straight out because it did not want to flex enough for me to separate it. So I don't know if you could have seen me in there, but I had to hold my foot on the tent, the gazebo, pull it out in order to pop these out from both ends before I could get them to separate. So guess we're gonna see if that's how it is meant to be done. Although I just don't like putting that. I know they're fiberglass, but I really don't like putting that much tension on them. But hey, that's what got the job done. So alright, let's get her pulled down from the center. Definitely do not want to stand under that when you pull the tension off of it. So you want to stand aside from the center of that and pull it down, because it does come down with a little force. And pop and lock. Kind of just falling into place on its own. And there it is. Alright, so if I remember correctly, basically all the 4 brown corners are all going to come together. Like an inverted umbrella. And there it is. And then just wrap it up tight. I mean, heck, it's looking like this is a pretty easy setup and takedown. So I'm going to pull the strap out as much and then tighten it once I get it wrapped around. Oops, not pull it unintentionally through. I would caution you that even though like I just pulled the strap through, it will have the tendency to pull itself all the way through the clip, so be aware of that. There's that. Now I'm going to take the strap and try to tighten this bundle up. Because I do have some give in this strap. I can feel it. See how much give I have. Imagine this right here is going to be the harder part to bundle. Grab this other strap. Got a little bit of a bind going on here. See if I can get that straightened out. twist it somehow. Alright, there we go. I think I'm going to move that strap closer to the top so I can get more of that tightened down. I don't know that there's like a science to this, like, you know, the perfect roll, but I'm gonna try to see what I can do here to get it as tightened down as I can get it. I was saying, I don't know, I haven't quite tried to pack this back in the bag, but my experience with anything that comes packaged in a bag or a case, it's always so tight fitting from the factory. You know, they have it compressed down or whatever they do, and then trying to get it back in that bag, you're not going to get it as tight as the factory had it, and so they don't give a whole lot of give to the storage bag or the storage case for you to be able to repack it the way they did. So that's been my experience. So again, trying to mitigate that now to try to get ahead of that. I think I do need to come a little bit lower because I have more of the loose material down here. I'm not going to hold the repacking part against the product because, again, this is a learning curve for the first time that I'm doing it. So, wait, we're trying to come through. So, you know, I got to figure out the quirks and what works and what doesn't. But as of right now, I mean, I'm still impressed because this literally went up and down in less than 5 minutes each direction, and that's without me having any prior experience doing this. So yeah, here we are. I'm gonna see how this is gonna go back in here. Pull all this extra stuff out for the moment. I'll put that away in a minute. I'm sure they intend for you to use that for something. And then again, here's the walls, which I did not use in this setup. So, let's see what it's going to take to get this back in here. I may have to come back and tighten these straps. We will see. And there's going to be some bunching here at the end because that's where all the material is. The good thing is it is just one zipper, so I would think it would be easier. Like this is the way I pulled it out of the bag. The narrower, more compact end was at the zipper opening, and the bulkier part was here at the zipper closing. So there's plenty of room up front here to where these walls can be wrapped around this narrow top post. Probably wouldn't hurt to stick one or two under it. even down the body of it, where it's a little thinner. Probably got a little more give on the zipper. And as you know, I did not open them up, but it looks like there's actually 5 plus a zipper compartment. I didn't look at what that was. So, go ahead and try to get all this stuff in there, because once we get it packed up and zipped up, then it will truly be complete. I do like the stakes. You can see that they're glow in the dark. So I do have other stakes and other guy wire that I'll be using, but for the intent purposes, you know, again, they gave you quality material and parts to work with, you know, for the intended purpose. So I'm impressed with that. Oh shit. Yeah, sorry. I shouldn't have tied that in a knot, but I did. I don't know that I'm going to use this, but I'll keep it in here if I need it for future reference. I'll keep, of course, the manual in here for right now. Just going to throw everything in here like it was. I'm going to start this zipper. I know this part will be easy. We will see when we get closer to the bottom, you know, what challenges we are faced with. Actually, I have to admit, this canvas bag that it comes in is pretty stout. I mean, it's not, you know, the thin canvas. You know, this is actual very durable canvas, almost the kind you would see on a rucksack or something. But I would caution you to be careful when you're zippering on the tighter end, that you're not catching the screen or the material of the gazebo, because I do imagine that would not be good. But I'll tell you what, folks, you just saw it. Aside from my few little distractions or things that I had to do, first time up, first time down, and the video is probably a lot longer than it would actually take if this wasn't my first time. But look at there, zipped up, and everything's in there. So there she is. I am 100% 2 thumbs up, 5-star impressed with this VEVOR pop-up gazebo. It's a game changer for me. So, there you have it. I hope you liked the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Learned something. And get yourself one. You'll be glad you did.